Welcome back, Homebodylive. Today is Tuesday, April 21st. We are so glad to have you back and joining us for today's community conversation and exercise. My name is Andy.
I'm Ben.
And welcome back to our living room. Today we will be going through a lower body exercise sequence. As always, Ben will be doing the modified version, either seated in his chair or standing next to or behind the chair.
For support. Yep.
I will be walking us through the full body version, but feel free to do a mixture of both. Make this what's good for you. Ben and I are not wearing shoes, but we are working on a non-slippery surface, so please make sure that you are either wearing proper trainers or also working on a non-slippery surface. Should we get started?
Let's do it.
Cool.
Oh boy.
Okay.
We're not on the same page today. Not a good start.
We're going to start just by stepping feet out to the side. So I'm just tapping my toes lightly out to each side. And we're just going to warm up our hips.
Still laughing about that.
Me too. Just so everyone knows, today is officially day 36 of Ben and I just being together inside of our apartments. We've left in our building to just run, pick up packages and food and
we have a balcony.
but we haven't gone onto a New York City street in that many
It's
days.
not what I would call a spacious balcony.
But it's fresh air.
Does the trick, yeah. Anyway, hope you guys are staying safe, staying sane.
And we're trying to do the same.
Yeah.
See, we
Thanks
hit
for
work
joining
that
us.
time.
As a reminder, as we get warmed up, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, which you can do by scrolling down and just hitting the button, subscribe. And we always love to hear from our community. So either send us an email, homebodylive@gmail.com, or just scroll down a little bit after you watch this video and submit the intake form, and we'll try and get back to you as soon as possible.
Perfect. All right, we're here for 3, 2, last one on this side and the other side, just to make it even. Good. Okay, so we are going to start with lunges. Ben, I'm going to have you do this standing, but
Yep.
just holding on to the chair or the wall or any stable surface. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our feet together. And let's start by stepping our left foot in front. Like a little bit more than a foot space in between. And then we're just going to bend down slightly and straighten back up. So we're really activating our glute. So that back leg is where the weight should be. You should be able to lift your left toes or the front of your left foot if you're wearing sneakers, because the weight is in your heel of your front foot and the toes of your back foot. Good. Let's stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then let's just step our feet apart and kind of turn out your toes towards the corners of the room. And we're just going to do a little plie squat, activating that inner thigh. Good. And here you're doing actually your inner thigh and your outer thigh. So kind of like you're just sliding between two walls. Good. Push those knees out and in. And again, make your range of motion what feels right for your body. So for some of us, that might be very small, just a small bend and straighten. Others might be able to get a little bit lower. But do what feels right. Good. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shake it out. And then we're going to go into our lunge on the other side. So now you're going to be stepping your right foot in front, putting that weight in the heel of your right foot, so making sure you could lift your toes or the front of your right foot if you needed to. And the weight should also be distributed in your back foot in the ball of your foot. So again, it's my right foot forward and my left foot back. And we're just bending and straight. And again, if your range of motion needs to shorten a little bit, that's okay. We're just activating these muscles that we get to use very rarely now. I guess anytime you stand up and sit down on a couch, you're activating them, but
That's when I activate them.
but for a lot of us, we're just kind of planting ourselves in one spot and then staying there all day. So, was it yesterday that I sent you that like funny video of this like little kid dancing, and it was like,
Yeah.
on your way, the dance you do on your way to the kitchen for more snacks. Related really hard to that. Good, we have 5, 4, and I feel this in my left butt glute. 3, 2, and 1. Good, shake it out. Grab a drink, and then you can take a seat.
Okie dokie.
All right. So now we're going to do an exercise that I call around the world. So feel free again to hold on to a stable surface, but I will also give you the modified version seated. So if you're doing this standing, what you're going to do is you're going to shift your weight onto one standing leg. You can do a slight bend in that leg. And you're going to touch the floor in front, side, back, together. Front, side, back, together. If you're seated, you obviously can't do that full range of motion. So what I'm going to ask you to do is sit up at the front of your chair, and you're never going to go more than about 45 degrees. Good, so you could do like 3 taps, and then do them back. Good. So you're working on that hip opener and that hip flexibility, the range of motion, but it's kind of just at that 45 degree. But you'll be shocked by how much you can really activate there. So if you're standing, it's front, side, back, together, front, side, back. And I am touching the floor with that foot. Good. Is there a reason you're doing it with your heel?
No.
Okay. Front, side, back, and if you're holding on to something, just make sure you're still standing up tall.
Ooh, I do feel that.
Right. You should feel it like almost in your hip flexor
Yeah.
a little bit, and then at the side of your hip, that's your glute med. Good. Let's do 3 more. 1, 2, and last one, 3. Awesome. Shake it out. You ready for the other side?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So shifting your weight, now my weight's going into my standing leg on the other side, bending my knees slightly, and I'm going front, side, back, together. Good. And same thing for you, Ben. Sitting at the front of your chair and just going out into like a 45 degree range. Good. Make sure you're breathing. Front, side, back, together. Front, side, back, together. Good, and I'm trying to keep my hips square to the front. We're not opening our hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one all around. Good.
All right.
All right, I'm going to do another set of squats with my feet open wide. Ben, for this one, since you're already seated, what you can do is, we've done this in the past where you're just going to like pretend to stand
Yep.
up and then sit back down.
Cool.
So again, if you're with me standing, feet are facing the corners of the room, and we're just keeping a straight body going up and down, like sliding up and down a wall. And if you're seated like Ben, you're coming a little bit up and then going straight back down. And he's keeping a nice flat back. Good. So my knees are tracking over my toes. Why do we do that? Why does our brain like confuse those words sometimes?
I don't know.
Good, and I'm squeezing when I come up. 5, 4, try and match your pace. 3, 2, and 1. Shake out those legs. Good. Let's do one more set of standing lunges on each side.
Okay, great.
And then we'll stretch our lower body.
Cool.
Alright, so starting with your feet together, I'm going to set my left foot in front. I want you to be able to see my feet. I'm just bending both knees slightly and then coming up. So you can tuck your hips, you can engage your core so your body's nice and straight. Good. And again, I should be able to wiggle my front toes because the weight is in my heel of my front foot. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake. I need a drink. And we'll switch sides. So now I'm stepping my right foot in front and bending down and up, down and up. Good. It's nice and straight. Weight is in my right heel. Good. We have 7, 6, 5, my legs are shaking, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, shake them out. And let's do a quick leg stretch. We did this yesterday, but just stepping one heel or one leg in front straight and bending the leg that's behind and try and bend over towards the straight leg. Good, and you should feel the stretch behind that straight leg.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's a good release. Good, come up, switch sides. Slowly release. Good, let's bring our arms up overhead and breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Nice job, everyone. We will see you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.